Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to Athena Trade's presentation today of EndoTech. I have with me on the phone Dr. Anna Becker, the President and CEO of EndoTech, who's going to talk to us about some of the exciting things that she and her team are doing with machine learning, artificial intelligence, and hello everyone, and welcome to Athena Trades and the of EndoTech. Hold on a second. You guys have to mute your speaker. Becker, the President and CEO of EndoTech. Thanks. And also how she's distributing information on the Pareto network. So Anna, I know you probably can't see it yet, but we have your first slide up, and I apologize to everyone for our technical difficulties we had earlier. But Anna, I'll let you take it away and start talking about EndoTech.
Yeah, thank you, Eric. First of all, I would like to introduce our partners, Pareto Network, and Ted, I would like to give you just a couple of words on the partnership.
Sure, thank you, Anna. Hi, Eric. This is Ted Lamper. I'm co-founder of Pareto Network, and Pareto Network is a blockchain-based investor information platform that provides fundamental analysis, technical analysis, special situations tools, and it's designed to bring objective information on cryptocurrencies to investors. And we have contributors which include individual analysis and teams. And one of our initial contributors and partners is EndoTech. So we're very happy to participate in the seminar today.
Yeah.
Special situations tools, and it's designed to bring objective information on cryptocurrency.
Okay, now it's back. I would like to discuss EndoTech. We released our first products on April 15th, and I would like to start with market analysis. Eric, if you can go to the next slide.
Yeah, absolutely. The market analysis slide is now up.
Okay. So market analysis. What we try to provide in market analysis is basically the dashboard into crypto markets, where at one glance you can see all the ecosystem. So what you will see in the middle, and I urge all of you just to go to our website, EndoTech.io, and sign up to log in, and then just to see all the information available for you. So in one glance, you will be able to see the current situation of the market, top 10 assets, what you see on the top left, their market capitalization, their relative market capitalization to each other. On the right side, you will see leading and lagging. The pie on the bottom is sectors. We identified over 13 sectors in crypto markets, and it will help you to navigate through a variety of coins. And finally, the situation with ICOs. On the top side is market capitalization. Then it's our rating on the exchanges that basically we're trying to identify which volume is valid and organic, and which volume is generated by exchanges themselves, just to show the high volume activity. Then we are talking about Pareto of the coins. So for example, right now, 11 coins comprise market capitalization of 80% of the market. So it's an interesting metric that changes, every day, and sometimes we will see more, sometimes we will see less. But basically, 11 coins, it shows that we have centralized market, very, very concentrated. Then moving to the left, technical analysis. We have a live streaming show of Rob Catherine and them discussing market levels every day on the top 10 major coins and providing market commentary to the situation. Please go and see everyday updates and available on the site, as well as we send through Pareto daily levels of pivot and other recommendation for the trading. Following is market sentiment, is our artificial intelligence that reads the news on the market from different sources. It basically provides you with a dashboard to view whether you have positive sentiment or negative sentiment. And here we come to our major product. Main product is crypto investments. If you click on this link of crypto investments, you will go to our blog and see our methodology. But I would like to kind of dive right now to this product together with you and see how it can be worked out. So can you please move to the next slide, Eric?
Okay, so now we're on the crypto investment slide.
Okay, let me just do it together with you. Sorry. Yeah. So crypto investments. The way we investigated this market and tested different portfolio methodologies, we see that even that you have high investment potential, and we saw all the majors providing us with thousands of returns. We also know that there are very high risks, up to 80%, sometimes even higher, for each individual coins. And unfortunately, just combining the coins do not really help us, because there is high correlation within the market. So whenever market is crashes, we see that 99% of the main coins also went down, and then when they recover, it's 99% of the coins go up. So traditional buy and hold approach does not work. So Eric, can you go to the next slide? So what we did is we worked on our proprietary methodology to provide clients with a different approach. And Eric, please go to the next slide, which is more informative. And I will give you the short overview of what this methodology provides and how it works. And then we'll start with the fun stuff of seeing how it can work for you. So methodology starts with identifying your risk-reward profile. And we will again do it for you just in a second. Once we know what type of portfolio you need, we start choosing the assets. It's the full automated module that does it, and we can work with you on your preferences, what type of assets you might need. Then we're talking about rebalancing of your portfolio. So when we're talking about investment, as we said, you cannot work with buy and hold approach. Instead, we're doing a monthly rebalancing, and this is basically will be your signals of entering and exiting specific coin. Then we're doing a portfolio allocation, telling you how you can how you need to distribute your assets between these coins. Then comes portfolio execution, and finally money management aspect of telling you what are the different ways that you can reinvest your active capital. So let's put it to practice. Let's go to the next slide. And here I would like your participation, and just type into the chat is what type of portfolios are more suitable for you. Let me guide you with a question. So the first, there are two opportunities, there are two possibilities when you're entering the crypto market. all know that this is a highly volatile market and we're there for the returns, but what will you tolerate less? Like what you would like to achieve more? First is if Bitcoin made 100% and you were not able to get the same profits, is it an upsetting situation for you? Or the second situation that the Bitcoin went down 75% and you went together with it 75%. Is this situation more upsetting for you? I would like you to answer this question in the chat box so we can collect this information later.
Okay, Anna, while we wait for some responses to come in on the chat box, let me take the poll of the room. I know I'm a little bit more of a risk-conscious person, and I'm looking to diversify myself away from Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes down 75%, I want my portfolio to do something better than that. Anyone else in the room have an answer to that?
No, we want risk, so
Yeah.
bring the risk on.
Okay.
So is it 1 beta, 2 alpha?
Yep.
Okay. Excellent. So actually, the fact that we have both beta and alpha, and we are currently also running the poll between our clients, is the situation in the Bitcoin specifically, Bitcoin, our crypto markets, and let us show you what is the answer, our answer for beta portfolios and for our alpha portfolios. Can you please go to the next slide?
Okay, so the beta portfolios.
So the beta portfolios, again, you saw our approach. It's quite extensive approach of different methodologies working together to create the result. So what we do here, we're saying, for example, this one, the specific result, where the green one is your Bitcoin performance, okay? If you just buy and hold using Bitcoin. And the blue one is our portfolio, okay? So I will give you the few ideas of how we achieved it. So we took 3 major coins, which is Ripple, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. And when we work in other portfolios, so of course we are dynamically changing the coins within this portfolio. But the top 3 majors are stayed majors through the last year. So we take these 3, and then approximately once per month, we notify, we notice that there is a situation when the market for the specific coin reverses or changes its trend, and we simply exit the long position. So you will see from time to time that there is activity on the portfolio, and there is lack of, like, all the positions are flat. For example, at the end of the, recently we entered the market back, but for almost a month we were out of the market. We were in our position was in Tether and USDT. So what this approach allows you to do is kind of to escape risks. So when Bitcoin went down over 66%, and other coins went even more, we achieved 21% risk on the portfolio. Okay? So the other thing that you receive with this, first you reduce the risk. Second is because we all believe that this market is valid and it will grow, it's an interesting market. So eventually you will get even higher returns than buy and hold approach. And I guess this is a story. This is a story. What you will need to do is receive the signals from us, and whenever we tell you buy certain percentage of your portfolio with certain coin, that's what you will need to do. And when we will tell you now you need to sell it back, then you sell it back, and then your result will be better than if you just keep your all 3 coins in buy and hold approach. Okay. Eric?
Yeah. So Anna, what's the time frame for like the back test that goes into this? Like like what period are you learning over, and then what? Obviously, we can see that sort of the strategy runs from February of 2017 to the beginning of April of
I'll
2018.
explain you our approach. What we're saying is that this market is very young, so we don't have enough data points to learn on this market. So we're not optimizing it for this market. Instead, what we're doing, we're using our experience of 25 years of modeling on other similar situation of the markets to create the systems. So we're not optimizing. We're not trying to say, okay, this is a situation that was last year. Probably it will continue to be this year. No, we're using again our basic modeling, and if we will try to optimize, probably the results will be much better, but this is not our goal. Our goal is to have suitable approach that will give you the results. So we did not learn here, okay? We just learned we just estimated their market performance and market characteristics in order to decide on portfolio structure. Now, the learning comes into the fact that when you go to changes in the market, okay, and we expect it to happen even within this year, then additional models will come in and be in the pod together with these points and together with these strategies that we're using. So again, our learning methodology is based on the state of the market that we see. So we're looking again at the other young markets and old markets, and we're trying to compare them in order to decide on the strategy.
Okay, that's a really interesting methodology. As opposed to
it's otherwise you can just fit anything and just draw nice curves and draw nice charts, and it doesn't work.
Right. No, I think the taking the learning from other markets and applying it here to crypto makes sense, just because the marketplace for crypto is so new that a signal that may have worked exclusively in crypto 9 months ago may not work at all right now.
Exactly.
That's really interesting.
So we are coming from the experience of running fund of funds and running algo hedge funds. So this methodology is kind of a solid algo trading methodology where you basing your systems on the market and not on the specifics.
Yeah. Right.
So let's go to the next slide, and I will quickly show you what you can do if you're a pure alpha, and we call it even super alpha, because you're going to the high returns, potentially high returns market, and you want even more returns, okay?
Okay.
So please go to the next slide.
Okay, so we have the alpha portfolio benefit slide up now.
Yeah, so this portfolio basically is for the margin accounts. Margin accounts are available in 3 situations. One is CME that offers you the futures contracts, right? It's not all of the majors, but there are some. It's non-US operations like CFD accounts, right? And 2 exchanges that offer you margin accounts. So again, it's very specific situation. Not all wallets and exchanges offering this for you can offer this for you. Here you allow yourself to be in short positions for coins, okay? So very similar methodology to what we had in beta, but here in addition to just going flat and moving your assets to USDT, you reverse your positions and go to sell positions, to the short positions, okay? And here, what's interesting is that even during the downside, okay, you can now start to profit, and since it's compound investments at the moment, you see this exponential growth. Okay, but again, it's for super alphas that want to capitalize on both buy and sell side of the market.
Okay.
So let's go to the next slide.
Okay, now we're on the slide about how it works.
Yeah, how it works. First, let's cover the execution side. We are sending daily signals to tell you what to do. Most of the time, we will send the signal saying, just stay in your portfolio, just don't do anything. It's still valid. Some other situations, we will tell you to exit certain position or to re-enter certain positions, and so on. Now, what we would like to offer you as our kind of initial clients, I mean, we have other teams, but we launched only on 15th of April, is that we would like to hear from you what type of portfolios you might be interested in. And we would like to apply this methodology for you and help you create your kind of optimal portfolio. For example, for clients that are interested to trade gold together with Bitcoin, we have our hedging portfolios on our website, and you can go after this presentation and check these portfolios. Other might want to have very specific choice of assets, for example, I don't know, Monero, EOS, and other 5-6 coins, and you would like to create beta portfolio for you and not to have this extreme drawdowns that these coins have inherent in them. So we can work for you to create your own portfolios, and we would love to hear from you. You can do this either by emailing us at info@endotech.io or simply going to the website and talking to one of our representatives through the chat. And we will be glad, to get to hear and understand what you might need.
And I think that's great. I mean, I think that, what people are comfortable with in their portfolios will probably change over time. I don't own enough Ripple, and I certainly don't own enough IOTA in my portfolio, despite numerous recommendations to add it to my portfolio, but I know that that's going to change over time. So, I think the ability to sort of think about how, like, what do I feel comfortable with in my portfolio, and how that might change over time, and how you can help me to like rebalance that portfolio. I think is really key.
Everybody has their own objectives. So, for example, if you want the most active portfolios or portfolio of sectors, what you described, it's actually that you want to have diversification into different type of sectors of the crypto market. So these portfolios are definitely available, and we would like to hear why you want IOTA, why you want this, why you don't want this, and we can offer you the alternative.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So we touched upon tailored portfolios. I guess we would like to hear from you in any formats, again, through our chats, through our representatives, or through emails, or even contacting me directly on Skype. We would like to understand your requests and requirements. We are going with the new products every couple of weeks that will include signals on specific on single coins. Okay, we will be showing the dashboard of sentiment. We're doing again here. We need your feedback on what you would like to be released first. We will be posting a roadmap shortly that will show these different products. But again, one is just signals and strategies on single coins, and second one is sentiment analysis that shows you a dashboard into news and social media.
Anna, that's great, and that's all available starting today.
Yes.
Great. Well, I'm going to sign up right after this and start trading.
Excellent.
You think that I'm joking, but I actually, my portfolio is so stagnant and so full of Bitcoin that it needs some diversification, and this will make me a more active trader in my personal account.
And Again, we would like to have you as a kind of beta team for us to ask you questions. And so if you don't mind, again, sending us some note of that you're interested to hear more, then we can, send you back some questions, and you can drive our content by telling us what you need more.
That's great. Claire, do we have any live questions that needed to be addressed immediately?
Not live, no. I got a few more alpha and risk averses.
Okay.
Isn't this the one that he?
How did the vote go? Where are most people?
It's pretty 50-50.
It's 50-50. Okay.
Oh, if you can send me just, I'm curious to see it, so if you can send me.
Yeah, absolutely.
That will be great.
Anna, your last slide on EndoTech money management.
Yeah.
Did you want to talk a little bit about that?
What I would like to say is that, again, we have 6 modules that help clients to personalize and tailor their portfolios. So once we get into discussions with you on what would you like to have, we will also touch upon money management, that I think it's very important technique that we can help you with. And there are literally, dozens of different methodologies. And once you do it in a disciplined fashion, it can change your results. Again, we're all professionals, and we can even benchmark your current money management style with your optimal money management style, and see if you would like to have new type of discipline into your trading and your investment.
Okay. Yeah, and I do not take a disciplined approach to my personal investing, which is quite different from my work as a professional money manager. But this is the type of thing that would work well or would be beneficial to my personal account, which often sits unnoticed until all of a sudden right, I become very interested in it all of a sudden, and then I forget about it. But having a more disciplined approach to rebalancing my portfolio would I'm sure improve performance.
I have a question for you. What do you say if in some earlier or later dates we would be able to provide you with automation for this type of portfolios, that instead of sending you signals of how to rebalance, we would handle all bits and bytes of the execution?
I would definitely be interested in a robo-advisor.
So robo-advisor is something that you might be interested